Hello y'all, and welcome to Bourgeoisie is Me YouTube channel. And today I'm going to do a quick 2 cards from the North Pole kit with, wait for it, Yas Queen, Yas, Queen and Company. So first I'm going to go over the components of the kit. With the kit you get 25 steel dies, 21 foam and acetate shaker shapes, custom toppings, 6x6 paper pad, and a stamp set. So the first thing I'm going to go over is the foam cutout shapes. And what I like about Queen and Company and this kit is the fact that they take the guesswork out of a lot of things. So you already have your shaker pieces. They already cut out the foam, and I've done some previously. It didn't come like this, so I've already done some cards previously. So they already take out all the shapes that you need, so you don't have to worry about getting foam, any adhesives or anything like that. It's already on here. You also get the dies as well. So you get the nice little die set, and with that die set you get a house, you get some reindeers, a wreath, Christmas tree, a little sign that says North Pole, a bow, Santa hat, and a candy cane. For this video, I'm going to be doing the wreath, and I'm going to do the Santa hat. I'm also going to use some items that I have in my craft inventory, so I'll let you know when it's not a part of the kit. You also have the acetate pieces as well, and what I like about this, just like the foam, is the fact that they already cut out the pieces for you. All you have to do is just go in there and find the one for the dies that you're using, but you already have this already cut out for you, so that's awesome. You also get a 4x6 stamp set. So with the stamp set, you have some really cute greetings. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I've used that a few times, as you can already see. Friends make the season merry, 'tis the season to be jolly. And what I like about the stamp set is the fact that the stamp set are smaller. The words and the sentiments are small, and they correspond really well with the size of the dies. Sometimes you will get a stamp set that the stamps are really large, but then the dies are small, and I don't like that. I like when they actually are a little bit more complementary in size to each other. So, but this, you kind of have some of the smaller dies and some of the smaller sentiments to match. You also get this paper pack. Now, it didn't come this way. Again, I've been doing a few cards with this kit. I thoroughly enjoy doing this kit. I'm doing it for a craft fair, and I want to do some pieces that would be, good for like little kids. So I really like this kit. In this stamp pad, what I like, this is probably my favorite one, and the reason why I like this one is because this one has the reindeer, the house, the sign, the Christmas tree, the wreath, the bell, the Santa hat. This right here, it actually represents all the dies that you actually get in this kit. So I really like this particular pattern. And you get some other patterns as well. Really nice, pretty Christmas colors, light and bright. I use one of the red pieces here to outline the Santa hat. So we have this stamp pad, and that includes everything that's in the kit. Okay, that was a lie. I forgot the shaker pieces. So here are the shaker pieces here, and you get a myriad of colors and patterns, which I love. So what I like specifically is the little peppermints. I like those. But with the peppermint, you have the traditional red and white. But what I also like is they have this green and white one. And I like that. You really don't see that too often. So I really like the fact that you have the green and white that goes with the red and white. You also have some more like cylinder shapes here. And you have the red and the green, nice Christmas colors. You also have more like a maybe a chocolate brown and maybe like a burgundy type color here. You have the white, more of a buttercream color. You have a nice blue, a forest green, and here you have some white snowflakes. So now this is all that comes in the kit. So let's go ahead and get started with putting a card together. So I've already die cut the pieces that I'm going to use because I just want to kind of save some time. And I'm going to use some cardstock that I got from an Anna Griffith plaid set last season. So this is 2019, so I got it last year in 2018. So I'm just going to use this just because I've already cut these pieces out. I just want to put them in here, and that was just kind of the easiest thing for me to do for this video. So the first one that I'm going to do, and some of the things I'm going to do off camera just because it's just going to be easier. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the wreath on this piece. Now, with this you have the wreath here. And what I'm going to do is I typically put the paper that I have on the grids that's on my mat. Like I've told y'all previously, I'm in a little apartment, so a lot of my stuff is in storage, so I try to do the best I can. So right here, I'm just going to try to center, and when I mean center, I mean eyeball. And I am just going to try to center that in the middle of the card. And then at the bottom, I'm going to put this piece in here. Now, you can put some tape or whatever. I'm just going to use some Tombow glue just to kind of get it in there. And so it can actually stay. I'm a little heavy-handed with the glue, but I'm trying to work on that. I'm going to try to simmer down with how much glue I use on things. So I'm going to place that in there, and that went really well. I am also going to put some anti-static in here a little bit just because I don't want it to, I don't want the shaker pieces to just kind of stick to the actual, I don't want it to stick to the actual pieces I'm trying to put together. So I don't want all the shaker pieces to just kind of stick to the top or the bottom. I want to be able to shake around. So I have that piece on there as well. I'm now going to put in the centerpiece for the wreath. And what I'm trying to do is kind of center up like the peaks with the actual, like it has like the little points here and the points here. I'm trying to line those up. So hopefully that will work with that, the way I think it's going to work. Now I'm going to put some shaker pieces in here. Now I'm going to put more of the red pieces because I feel like that matches the background a little bit better. And I'm going to put in some white pieces as well. I'm also going to put in some clear or pearlescent or iridescent sequins, and that did not come with this kit, but like we all do, we all like our pieces to go together with anything that we're doing. So I want to kind of add some different ones that actually did not come in this kit. It actually came as a free gift with another company that I order from, but it is a clear sequence. So again, I'm just kind of peppering this in here. I know some people have like little products that they probably can put in here easier than I can, but that's what we doing. And y'all know I like my pearlescent stuff. I just want to put a little bit in here because I'm going to show you some other cards that I did, and they were quite stingy. So I want to make sure that I definitely was a little bit more giving when I did the next one. So I have that on there. So now I'm going to pop off the top adhesive for both of them. And by doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and just I'm going to go into the acetate part, the little acetate bag that they send you with the cutouts, and I'm going to find the one that I need. And I'm going to do that off camera. There's no need for you to see me fuss through this bag of acetate. So again, I just line them up. Voila, there you go. And now we have a shaker wreath. So there's some other parts to it we're also going to do. Because when you cut it out, you get these outlines. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this back on top, both pieces, so you won't have those white pieces in. So I put a little bit of Tombow glue on here, and I'm going to put this on top here because you want to kind of hide that white adhesive piece. You don't want to kind of have that just kind of peeking out. And I haven't glued this on yet. So I'm just putting like little dots. I know I used to, y'all know I'm heavy-handed with the glue. So when I put it on here, I actually dot it. I don't smear it like I used to because I feel like you have way more problems when you do that, and I think it's just easier to do it this way. So right now we have a beautiful, beautiful little wreath here, and I also cut out, I used some of my nesting dies, and you can get these nesting dies from anywhere. I've had them for like 100 years. No, probably about 10 though. And I just cut these out so I can put my sentiment at the bottom. So here I'm going to use green, and then I'm going to use a white on top. And the green matches with the actual glitter paper that I use with the wreath. So it's all going to be coordinated. The ink that I'm going to use is Basic Black by Stampin' Up. I do have other inks from other companies, but this was just a kit this was just the, not kit, but this is just the ink that I actually was able to put my hands on when I went to the storage to actually get some ink. So right now I'm going to put on the sentiment, and this one I'm going to use Joy to the World. And in a previous video that I messed up, I actually curved the Joy to the World. And that was something that I have never done with stamps before. You would think I probably would have. I've been stamping for a long time, but I just never have. I just always put it crossways or whatever. And I just kind of went with it, and I really like the way it turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and do this with this one as well. And I also put some Spectrum Noir on the back of the white, so you get a little bit, just a little bit of shimmer. I don't know if you can see with the camera, but I just want a little bit of shimmer on the card. I'm also going to pop this up with some adhesive, with some foam adhesive. And this is just some adhesive that I got from an old Anna Griffin, looks all raggedy, an old Anna Griffin kit. Because she gives you lots of pieces. So I use the 3M when I'm actually making shaker cards by hand or from scratch. But when I have a kit, I of course use what's in the kit. And I'm going to put this on top of the glitter. And then I'm going to glue the bottom piece on here. And again, I'm eyeballing the you-know-what out of these things. So here, I just kind of put a little bit of foam tape on my fingers too. So I just put this here, and when I stamped it, I just kind of moved the stamp. I just kind of curved it a little bit, just so you can see it. And then here we go. And I'm going to put some Tombow glue on the bottom of that, and I'm going to put it straight on there. Because I'm doing this for a craft fair for like some young kids, typically I put a lot of, I kind of put some borders on my cards, but these I'm just doing it straight up on the base, just because I just want to be a little cost effective on these cards, because I'm going to pretty much do these cards, sell these cards for little to nothing, just because I want the little kids to be able to have something that's really fun. If I was selling this on at my Etsy store, it would be much more pricier. And I am going to put some on my Etsy store from Queen and Company, and I am going to put some more bases and more embellishments and things like that. But for the craft show, I'm just going to do like maybe 5 cards from this kit. The rest of them I'm actually going to put on my store. And my my Etsy store is Pineapple Girl Cards at Etsy.com. So you can check that out too. I have some beautiful and great holiday cards on there. So this is the wreath. Now I'm going to start on the Santa hat. Now when I do the sentiment on this one is going to be curved, but it is going to legitimately be curved out of necessity, just because the sentiment that I'm going to use is a little bit bigger than the pieces of cardstock I already cut out. So when I curved this one, I wasn't initially going to do it, but I had to because it would have been too long otherwise. So, sometimes you gotta improvise on your initial plans. So I just want to kind of get that out the way so you can at least see that, how I was able to kind of improvise on that. And I'm going to do the sentiment on here first, just to kind of mix things up a little bit, because I usually use like the shaker part, then the actual then the actual shaker part, and then the sentiment, but I want to do it a little bit different this time. And I want to do this off camera because I don't want to bore y'all with me adhering stuff to the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of center, aka eyeball, and put this down here. And here I'm going to put the little Santa hat up here, because I know I have some pieces at the bottom that I have to put down here, like the little snow part. So I want to put that down here. And then he also has like a little hat at the top, like a little pom-pom at the top, that I'm also going to do really quick. And I also have some Stampin' Up! Snowfall Accents puff paint, and I want to put that here so it can kind of puff up. And I am going to put that all around here, and I have to wait for that to dry. And it's a little watery, more watery for my taste. But I've used it and it comes out really cute. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to try a little bit of peppermint pieces in here because I think those are so cute. And then I'm going to put some snowflakes in here because I want to make this one have a lot of different components to it for the Santa Claus. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put some anti-static powder on the acrylic part, just because I don't want it to stick. So I'm going to line that up. Oops, I got some of that on there. I probably should have did that last, but here we are. So I got that here. And then the last part is going to be the border around the Santa hat. So I got that here, so I'm going to put this on here. Now I'm not going to lift this one up too much because I know I got that puffer stuff on here. But this card is finished. So I'm also going to show some of the previous ones I did too. So that one's finished. So we got Here Comes Santa Claus. We also have Joy to the World that I just did. I also have It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. This is my little reindeer with a little mustache. I also have another reindeer. And I have another Joy to the World. All right, y'all, so that is the end of my video from Queen & Company. Please subscribe, and always stay bougie, my friends.